Hello?
Hey, CP,
Yes, Mr. Jihad, how are you?
are you still live?
Yeah, thank God we are. What do you want to say
You're
to
live
us?
right now?
Yes, we are.
Hey, CP, can I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
How can you prove to me that Christianity is true if your objective is to prove it?
First of all, I should not be worried about proving to you Christianity, because if God is true, he can prove himself to you. So the logic is that you are asking the weak man to prove the strong God to be strong. That's weird, isn't it? What do you think?
Well, look, you make some strong arguments. Okay, so I've watched you for, a few years now,
And you
and you
hate
make
me.
some,
And you
huh?
hate me. And you hate me.
I've been again. I mean, look. There's no denying the fact that you kind of have a vendetta against Islam and you kind of have a bias towards it and you
Mm.
hate it,
Mm.
but at the same time you make some strong arguments.
But how I'm not fair, and I'm
I
making
just
strong
said you
argument.
made some I just said you make some strong
Okay,
arguments,
okay,
but at the
continue.
same time it's
Mm.
quite apparent that you hate Islam.
Mm. Well, for sure, I hate Islam. Islam is disgusting cult. Why not? Is that wrong?
Right, so that's why I'm asking you bring your proof
Mm.
of Christianity. Let me see it
Okay.
and
First
I'll
of
go
all,
from
let me ask you: do you believe that Christ he is an amazing person who did a lot of miracles? Do you believe in that or not?
yeah, I do.
Okay. So now that's good. So we aren't starting from zero. We are starting from the point where Jesus, he can do miracles, what nobody can do. Do you agree with that?
I agree with it.
Okay. So as long Jesus, he can do what nobody can do, that's God, my friend. To make it simple, can Allah do what Jesus can do? If you say yes, you have to prove it.
Well,
Are,
we believe. Well, no,
are you in the kitchen or you are in the bathroom? Where are you?
no, neither.
Oh, okay.
Um, um, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that I watched mohammedhijab and Bart Ehrman. I watched the whole thing through and
Yeah.
through, and
Okay.
I also watched him and Jordan Peterson through and through.
Okay.
And it just, if you listen to those academic historians, they're gonna tell you that Jesus was crucified. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Based off of history. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, some of them say that, Jesus, was born naturally and he was born with two parents and stuff
Well,
like this.
if this is true, then the Quran is lying anyway.
Right. I'm telling you, you have some good arguments, so we can
Mm.
put that to the side. I'm asking
My
you.
friend, when we say scholars who they are atheists, I mean they are atheists anyways. What do you expect them? They will believe in miraculous birth? No, they are atheists. They don't believe in anything of this. So an atheist is an atheist. So what do you expect an atheist to prove to you who's Jesus? But you, in the same time, you will notice, you can go right now and search. You will find that atheists now they come to a conclusion that Jesus was having, let us say, an ability to heal by like some kind of he hypnotized the people and he healed them, but it's not because of God, but he have something special about him. So they could not find something negative about him, and they could not let us say disapprove what he did, because history report all over by people who they aren't Christians.
I couldn't find anything bad about him.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying even the atheists who they are the enemy of Christianity, they at the end they are coming to say, well, he did a lot of things they call it miracle. Yes, he did them, but because he have a special ability of healing, but it's not from God. But they can't explain to us how you can do that. So atheists, they can say whatever they want. They are atheists anyway. They believe that they are monkeys. So why I want to be worried about somebody he believes is an ape?
Look, I it seems like he was crucified, but at the end of the day, how can I be sure that he was resurrected? That's what I'm asking you. I mean, where is the proof of this? And I mean,
You know,
if I go by
why?
if I go by
Okay.
history of what I
Oh,
read and what
no,
I
you
see,
see,
I
for
could
us,
conclude he's crucified. But how
okay,
can I conclude he's resurrected?
because you know, those who witness him and he appeared to them, and they, even his disciple, he asked to see his hands. He could not believe it. You know, he said, oh, I will not believe that he is he's resurrected unless I see his hand and his wounds. So the and his disciples themselves, they were like, how this happened, you know? And they question and they examine his hands. So it's not only him appearing to them; they want to see his
So
wounds.
did his hands have holes in them?
Yeah, that's why he put his hand on them. So they were asking, well, if he is the one who is resurrected, well, then he should have the wounds. He should have the spear in his chest. He should have the nails in his feet and his hands. So, and this is why Jesus, he said, God bless those who, you know, who believe but they did not see. They insist to see. So if you go to the first John, he says to you, we saw him, we touch him, we know him. Why? Because there is some agnostic. This is where Muhammad, he come with this idea
Okay, so
that,
I'll read about what you're saying, but my other question is how come in Christianity we only have 3 years of his life and we don't have his early years about when Jesus was younger and what he did when he was a kid and if he got or anything like that, or because I know some other stories, some from academic sources, some from Islamic sources, which some of the stories are consistent with history from Islam,
like what?
but such as what Paul did, what Paul did,
What Paul
and
did?
you know what Paul did.
What he did?
He was so I mean you know how Paul in the beginning he persecuted Isa,
Okay,
and he was against him.
okay,
And then he basically, because Paul was a citizen of both Israel and Rome,
okay.
he went to Rome and he started telling them they don't have to follow the original laws of the Torah.
Okay.
So that's what I understand.
Okay, no problem. But my
And
friend, Islamic history is a stupid history, and I will tell you why. You just mentioned to me that why we don't have about the childhood of Muhammad, and then I can ask you the
not
same question
Muhammad, not Muhammad.
of Jesus. I can ask you the same thing about where the childhood of Muhammad in the Quran. Where?
Yeah, but we have a lot of descriptions
But
of his
all those
actions.
description is a stupid. Like, you know, the hadith says when Muhammad mother, she gave birth to him, a light came from her vagina. Who in the world want to believe such a garbage? Because how
I
nobody saw it. The
I
light went
think
all
this
the
is
way,
Shia.
the light went all the way to Damascus, and then even his family, they did not see that. Where is this coming from? So the stories about Muhammad, written about Muhammad, they don't make sense, and even Muslims, they most of them, they disagree with them. And then we find that the stories Muhammad, he is copying about Jesus, is from books which we Christian will reject. As an example, Jesus, when he was a child, he created from the mother bird. This is the Quran. But this is stolen from books, which is we Christian we reject. But you need to ask yourself why we reject that. Why we reject it? Because there's no proof of those books. It's just a story. So how we can accept
But
it?
wouldn't they have gotten those sources from somewhere when they
It doesn't matter.
like
People, you know, my friend, this is telling you that the Christians were very serious not to accept any story, even this story which about Jesus, he created from the mother bird, you know, and why we will deny that? I mean, that will make us give us more proof of Jesus being God to you, correct? What that what
well,
that would what that will do damage to me as a Christian? Nothing. That will make Jesus more powerful to prove to you that he is God, because he can create from the mother bird. So we as a Christian, we do not need such a story, which we believe is a fabrication, to make Jesus or to create the creator Jesus. Jesus already, he gave eyes to the one who's blind.
And
So
then there's one
he
more story
created,
I heard.
listen,
I wanted
Jihad, he
to
created
your
already,
attention.
he gave eyes to the one who cannot see. He created a new eyes for him. So Jesus already is the creator, and we do not need a story. There's no proof of it. Where Muhammad got this story from? He did not tell you. Who is the witness for it?
Okay, well,
He did not tell
what
you.
about the story
Who is the name?
where he
Who
was?
is the name of the one who witnessed it? He did not tell you. Who is the names of the disciple of Jesus? He did not tell you. Okay, who is Jesus? He did not tell you. Even his name is Isa. You are an Arab. I am an Arab. You know that not a single Christian called him Isa, correct?
They call him
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Yeshua or Yeshua. Yeah. So where is Isa coming from? So everything he brought about this Isa, we don't know where it's coming from. But I know, based on my study, Muhammad is a foolish man. He thought that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, she is the same mother, Maryam, of the mother of Jesus. This is why he says, "Oh, sister of Aaron," and this is why he taught the Muslims that
It's the
Mary.
same Aaron.
No, yeah, the same Aaron. No, there's one Aaron.
I'm
There's no
asking
two.
you.
There's no two Aaron. And then this is why Muhammad he claimed that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, she is the mother of Jesus, and she have a father. His name is Umran, but Umran is the father of Aaron.
Yeah, that's okay. So I'm giving it to you on that, but at the end of the day, I'm giving it to you on. We'll put the Islamic sources to the side because you have some points, and I'll look at them. But at the end of the day, what I've really been investigating is I just wanted to know who Jesus is outside of the New Testament. That's all.
Well,
That's all I've been.
at the end of the day, Jihad, you see, I cannot create for you a new book just to convince you. For me, the New Testament is where I learned about Jesus. However, there is a lot of things which nobody can explain about things happening around us today. As an example, Jesus is a person. Let us say he's a figure. People believe in him. And then you will find that the person who believes in Jesus, he changed for good, not for wrong. You believe in Muhammad, you want to do suicide bombing. You believe in Jesus, you believe in Jesus, you love everybody, even if you were a criminal. So the miracle is, like when the Muslims, they say, you will not convert to Islam, it changed my life. Okay, well, you became a terrorist. Now you hate everybody. Now you hate your friends. Now you hate even the Quran says you cannot be loving.
You cannot be what?
To your own parents, to your own families, if they oppose Allah. Right.
So I saw that verse, and then I asked some of my fellow Muslims about it.
Yeah.
And they said that this is just in the wartime.
What war? Those are
they
family.
They said that if they are not driving you from your home, they are not attacking you.
What does have to do, my friend? What attacking you? Okay, hold on.
Because Abu Bakr and his son were in opposing armies.
Okay, just hold on. Just to show you that this is absolutely a lie.
Go to history.
We Christians, we did not kick you out from your land, did we?
Well, no, not in the Arabian Peninsula, no.
So where Muhammad was in the Arabian Peninsula. So why he said go and kill the Christians and force them to pay the jizya? Here we go. We never opposed you.
But those were not the Christians of the Arabian. Those were the ones in Syria when they went to Syria.
My friend, even Muhammad is the one who sent the letter to Syria, says convert or I will kill you. So it's not them who oppose you, and it's not them who send you a letter says convert or else, and it's not them who come to your land. It's you who came to their land. So look what you are doing, Jihad. Your name is Jihad. So I'm going to do jihad on the Christians if they don't believe in Allah. Chapter 9 verse 29 says, fight those who don't believe in Allah in the last days from the Christians. So not because they are fighting you, but because they don't believe in Allah. Correct? The verse explains.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Christian, they did not, the Muslim, they say the Jews, they oppose Muhammad, the Jews, they fought Muhammad, I will let it go. The Christians, they give shelter to Muhammad. Ethiopian, they give shelter to Muhammad, they protected him. So why you want to kill them? You will find the answer in the same chapter. When Muhammad killed all the one who opposed him, he forbid non-Muslims to enter the Kaaba and to enter Mecca. And now the Muslims, they start wondering, if we have nobody coming to the Kaaba except Muslims, and we are still a few in number, how we will make money? Who's going to come and do Hajj, spend money in trade and business? So Muhammad said to them, well, you know what? If you are afraid to be poor, read chapter 9, verse 28. If you are afraid of poverty, Allah will enrich you. Allah will enrich you. So what is it?
From His bounty.
Read the verse, yeah. Read the verse again. It says, fight those who don't believe in Allah. So go and take their money. So he fighting the Christians, killing the Christians. It's not because they are fighting Muhammad, because Muhammad is trying to solve a poverty problem. He killed all those who have business, all those who do business. And now what we will do? Go and kill the Christians and take their money. And this is why he's saying, let them pay. You see? Not convert until they pay.
I got you, CP. I got you. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. When I look at this objectively, what I see is that, look, you can't sit there and say that the history of the Middle East was a fun one before Islam. You had the Assyrians, they killed the Chaldeans, they killed, there was so many wars before Islam. And what happens is, one tribe comes in, they kill another, they assimilate, and then, they become one. The only difference with Islam is these things came into the religion. So what people practiced in war, just because it's war, they did it. But Islam came and put all these war practices into the religion. That's the difference.
No, Jihad. You see, I will take advantage that you speak Arabic and you are an Arab. If I say to you, no, attack the Romans so we can get their blonde girls, is that a teaching of religion?
To get blonde girls?
Yeah.
I mean, if I have a brain, it just sounds like, it just sounds like people are chasing dunya or chasing,
Yes.
women. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what your prophet did. And here we can see the difference between your prophet and Christianity. Jesus, he did not say to us, attack the Roman. They are occupying the land, actually. He did not say go attack the Romans so we can get a bunch of women. What Muhammad he did, he said to his companion, اغزوا الروم تغنموا بنات الأصفر. Attack the Roman.
البنو الأصفر يعني هذول
attack the Roman. يعني. Exactly. Attack the Romans so we can get the blonde girls. And then a guy, he said to him, oh, don't tempt us by attacking the Roman just to get the blonde girls. Muhammad, he called him hypocrite. He is the hypocrite. So when you say to me, well, at that time, the people, they kill each other. Okay, there are people, they are, greedy. This is God now. Supposedly religion is coming to fix the earth, not to make it worse.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, yeah, people killed each other. There was warfare. All the things that Muslims did, other people did. But the only difference is that all these things are in Islam. Whereas,
is it godly, Jihad? Is it godly?
It doesn't.
Is it godly to say? Is it godly to say attack the Roman, not because they don't believe, not because they are fighting us? Attack them so we can get the blonde girls.
This is the political and the military component of Islam that doesn't really have anything to do with religion. It's more of the military.
Exactly. So politics. Muhammad, obviously, he is trying to tempt his men just to go and fight for him. As simple as that. He's satanic. Now, you asked me about Jesus. What is the proof? Well, Jesus.
Yeah, I just want to know about Jesus.
Jesus, he opposed everything Muhammad he do. Jesus, he asked us for forgiveness.
So I was taught that Jesus and Muhammad were brothers in faith, and they came with the same message.
No, absolutely. This is absolutely false. There's no way. When Muhammad he make a verse in the Quran saying,
توحيد يعني.
What
Go ahead.
Tawheed? You know, Muslim, you don't believe in Tawheed. You know what Tawheed mean? You speak Arabic?
Yeah, that means the oneness of Allah.
No,
Or
no. Okay, I will give you a sentence and then you will see how wrong you are.
Tawheed is bringing things
No,
together.
hold on. No.
Bringing things together.
Bring things together. So it's not one. Uniting
Making it
things.
one, but
Make it
واحد
united.
يعني واحد.
No, Tawheed, if it's one, you cannot make Tawheed. If it's one already, it is Wahid. Tawheed is unifying things. You just said, making it
Yeah,
one.
but Arabic has different يعني على طول.
No,
it means
no,
it
no.
could be
Arabic
all the
is,
time,
no,
or something is
no,
very
no,
long,
no,
or
Jihad.
whatever it is.
No. Tawheed mean unifying things together, and you are the one who gave me definition. You said making things one, making things. So if you Muslim believe in Tawheed, that means you don't believe in the oneness of God. You believe in unification of God, and that's what Muhammad was teaching you. Actually, you wanna merge gods together. Rabbu Shara, Al Akbar, which is the sun god, and Allah, which is the moon god. So this is why when Muhammad he says Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the Arab they said to him, well, Muhammad he have one God, supposedly now he have two, Allah and Ar-Rahman. So what Muhammad he said, well, I call him Ar-Rahman, or I call him other name, all beautiful names belong to Allah.
Right. So that was like Allah's attributes: Ar-Rahman, Al-Hakim, Ar-Razzaq.
Okay, just wait. Originally you are from Iraq, right?
No, I'm Palestinian.
Okay. So the Aramaic people, one of the names they use for God is Rahman or Rahimu. You know?
Yeah.
Rahimu. So Muhammad, suddenly he decided he liked this name. Suddenly this name appeared in the Quran. Muhammad, he was a messenger for many years. And then suddenly the name of Ar-Rahman appeared. Where was Ar-Rahman in the beginning of Islam? Why Muhammad did not mention it? If now we see in the Quran, in almost every chapter start with Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. But then you need to ask yourself, first time Muhammad he mentioned the word Ar-Rahman, it was in chapter 17, verse 110. That means Muhammad he did not mention Ar-Rahman for most of his life. Why this name disappeared? Muhammad he copied, he heard, he received a letter. Go and read the interpretation. He received a letter from Rahman al-Yamama. His name is Rahman. So then he wrote back to Rahman al-Yamama. He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They said to him,
okay, I'm just letting you know, I'm not arguing with you, okay? I know that you studied.
Even the names of your God is a theft. Because if this is the name of your God from the beginning, he should say it from the beginning, from the first day he met him, or he sent his messenger to him, like Jibreel. Why this name comes so late? And then when they
don't
get him
you
busted,
believe in Jibreel too?
Jibreel in the Quran is a silly Jibreel. Stupid.
Gabriel.
You don't have Gabriel, you have Jibreel. Even the name is wrong. But listen, Jihad. If I say to you that there's an angel come to me and told me read, and I told him I can't read, and then he said to me read again, and I told him I can't read, and each time I say to him that, he squeezed me. Isn't this stupid?
I mean, I have questions in my mind about this kind. Some of this stuff, it seems, I don't know.
No,
you know,
I mean,
I get what you're saying. I don't want to fully say stuff, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay, but
I don't like to. I don't want to. My friend, I don't want to. But I understand you. Okay.
So you understand that obviously this is a fraud. Because if an angel
I don't want to say
if
stuff,
an angel sent by God he knew that Muhammad he knew how to read or not, correct?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so why Allah say to him read? Iqra is not recite. You remember this is the first word. Recite is something from your memory. If I say to you recite, it means I'm saying to you say something from your memory. So if the word Iqra, some Muslims they try to be smart. They say, oh, he's saying to him recite. Well, why Muhammad would say I can't recite? He
I
can't.
mean,
He just did.
honestly, I always understood ikra as read myself.
It is read. It is read. It's not recite. But the Muslims, they try to fix it. They say, oh, he's saying to him recite. So why Muhammad saying I can't recite?
But as I said, Arabic words can have different meanings.
No,
You
no,
know.
no, no, no. Actually, first of all, this is not an Arabic word. This is an Aramaic word coming from qro'o. Qarra wa ra'a. Qarra mean he spoke. Ra'a mean he saw. Qro'o. So qira'a is not, the Quran is not even Arabic. There's not Arabic. Arabic is a mix of languages. But anyway, are you convinced with me, Jihad, that your prophet is a fraud or not yet?
You know, this is a public platform, so I'm telling you, you have some good points, and
So you are,
that's it.
you are not going to say because it's a public platform, but in your heart you agree Muhammad is a fraud.
I said you have some valid points.
Yeah, but you agree. Obviously, you are trying to avoid to answer my question because obviously you agree.
If that's the inference you want to make, then fine.
No, I'm not making it is what it is. Either you say this is what it is or you say it's not. Do you agree that the story of Muhammad that the angel is squeezing him is a lie? Or you believe it's true?
I mean, there's some stuff that I question, sure, but
Okay, so
at the
it's a
end of the day,
lie. So Muhammad is a liar. You agreed. So now, as long you decide to leave Islam, I'm really happy for you. Actually, I'm surprised. Last time you called me names. You were upset from me.
I'm not making any rash decisions right now.
No, no. What
All
happened
I'm
to you? I
saying.
mean, what happened to you? How many times you called me? And last time, especially last time, you were so angry for me.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel that you have a vendetta against or it comes from a place of hatred. You
But
know
my
what I
friend,
mean?
even when you say that, if I have a hatred as you claim, and I don't, because I don't hate you, why I want to hate you? Well, what is personal between me and you? Nothing. If I hate you, I will close my chat right now. I'm speaking here for many hours. I lost my voice. So if I hate you, Jihad. Why I want to speak to you? Why I want to show you the truth? Why I want to tell you? Who cares if you convert or not? What I will get from it? Nothing. But I'm really surprised that you are a person who gets so angry from me, especially last time when you called me last time. And actually, I thought I blocked you because you were very rude to me. I thought I blocked you, but I'm surprised you are not. Did you make a new name?
No, same
This
one.
is the same
No,
one. Okay.
I don't think I was rude. I was just telling you about.
No, you were. Yeah, I remember you were you were so aggressive in your words, and even I think you use a dirty word with me.
No, 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 no. I never use dirty words, but sometimes I talk loud. But that's
I
beside the
don't know.
point. Who
Okay, but
cares?
I remember that you were very aggressive, and I believe I hang up on you, correct?
يعني يمكن حكيت بصوت عالي
I
بس.
think I hang
بس
up on you,
ما.
correct? Did I hang up on you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened now? Why you think that
It was
really?
something. It was something about where's the original. But I said something about where's the original Bible, something like that. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
but I'm saying now, what happened to you? Why you were so rejecting too much to what I say, and now you found that many of things I say, I got many good points. What happened?
In some things,
Okay, but if some things are true, I am saying that means Islam is false anyway.
because it's a struggle. Because at the end of the day, it's like you want your faith to be strong, and you want to believe that you have the truth, and you want to you want it, and then here comes somebody who says all this stuff that makes your mind go in circles, and it made me angry.
Okay, I understand, but you notice that's you who rejected what I am saying, and you were arguing with me for a long time. For how long you call me now? I mean, how many? A year, 2 years? How long?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so 2 years of calling me and arguing and disagreeing and etc. And now you come to the conclusion that you know what? There's many things this guy is saying is true.
I'm sure a lot of people came to that conclusion.
Okay, thank you very much. But if this is the conclusion, that means Muhammad is a false then.
Yeah. Well,
And
at the
okay,
end of the
thank you very
day,
much. So Muhammad is a false prophet. You just said, yeah, I agree with you. Now let us talk about Jesus, as long as you decide to leave Islam, and I'm happy for you. Ask me about Jesus. You said, what is the proof that Jesus is God? Well, what is the proof he's not God?
no, I just said, what is your proof that
You see,
Christianity is
what is
true?
the proof? Christianity is for us is the Messiah. It's not even a book. It's not even a phrase. It is the Messiah himself. The Messiah, he is the walking, talking, living word of God. He is God word, and he is God, for God is the word too. So when we speak about the Messiah, and I ask myself how I can prove to my friend Jihad here that the Messiah is God, the question is why I cannot ask God to show Jihad that he's God. Who can do better job, you think? Christian Prince or God himself? God, he can do that, right?
Yeah, because the whole you see, when I look at things objectively about Islam, I can find fault in it, right? But I can also do the same thing about Christianity,
No, you
such as
cannot.
what,
No, you cannot. You give me the fault. Go ahead.
well, what about the all the, the Gnostic Gospels, for example, and then you had the
My,
Council of
my,
Nicaea,
my,
which I mentioned before.
my friend, the Council of Nicaea is just
They
to conf.
buried the Romans. They came in when they converted to Christianity, and they found all these scriptures in Egypt, and
My friend,
you had a different.
The Bibles is written long before that council. Have nothing to do with the council. So when John here write, the council does not exist. When Luke here write, the council does not exist. So this is all is an excuse for the one who have no excuse. Secondly, even the council of Nicaea, when it happened, it was between two groups. Both of them, they believe that Jesus is God. The other one believe that Jesus have a beginning in time, which means God, he got a son in a certain point. The other group says no. The Messiah is a son of God since the beginning of time. There's no time. There's no birth time. So
So nobody at that time believed that he was just a prophet, and they followed him like a
no. They believe
prophet,
he's the son of God. No, you know, whoever
and
says
that
that
he
to you,
came as a messenger.
no, they believe he is son of God. They believe he's God, and actually they were more, let us say, more aggressive in the belief, to the point that this God, like, you see, this is why I say to you that if you go to First John, the book of John, the letters of John, you will see that he says, we touch him, we saw him, we hold him, we know him. Why? Because there's some that those are agnostic, they start saying that God, when he come to us in the Messiah, he did not come with real human body like us. He's God. So those people, they believe in him as God. But they are so much against the idea of God coming in the flesh of a normal person, because there's no way Jesus is like everybody. That's why John he was saying, we hold him, we touch him, we saw him, we know him, we witness him. He's real. His flesh is real. So it was a response for those who start saying those things. But at the end of the day, all of them, they agree that Jesus is God. And actually, the other side is more aggressive in the belief from us, to the point they don't want to believe that Jesus, the true flesh of Jesus, was on the cross. They say, this is why Muhammad, he got his idea that his God, he made them, have a flesh, look like Jesus in the cross. So this group of people, Muhammad, they adopt their story, which is very weird.
So where did the story come from?
Nothing, just because they are being fanatic of believing in God. God, he should be always. I mean, there's no way God will let them take him to the cross. So he must. So they believe he was on the cross, but they believe it was a flesh of God gift to them. Like he did them crucify a flesh, but he is not there. This is what they believe. So they believe Christ was crucified, but they believe that this is a flesh, which is God is not in that flesh. And this is where Muhammad
Okay.
he come with such a such a false teaching. This is why we Christian, we rejected them. So those people did not believe that Jesus is not God. They believe that he's God. So
So they believe he's God, but they believe that the one who was crucified was a flesh.
was a
The ones
flesh,
who
and they,
oppose, the
because
ones who
God is
oppose.
so holy, so they have, let us say, they have a higher standard in their understanding of God. That God, there's no way he have a flesh like us, human like us.
And then that was just a small group of people that said that, and then the council came just to clear it up, is what you're saying?
Well, a smaller group or bigger group, obviously they are demolished. Why? Because the majority of the Christian did not agree with them, and obviously they are wrong. This is why in
So
Nicaea
none
or
of so none
Nicaea,
of the
my friend,
so none of them
maybe
were
you don't
killed.
understand what happened in Nicaea. It's not like they bring them and they kill them. They have a debate. It was a debate. So those group who believe in this and those group who believe in that, both of them they believe that Jesus is God. They come to a debate, and the one who wanted to prove that he is what they think, they lost. It's not like they killed them. It's not like the king, he brought them. He says, hey, if you don't believe in this, we are going to kill you. It was a debate, my friend.
Okay, so if there's contradictions in the Quran, which maybe there is there no contradictions in the Bible either, or where somebody can question? Okay,
You
it
know,
says this here.
always there is a contradiction when we have ignorance. As an example, I can say, a person,
Son of David or son of
he
Joseph,
can
this
say,
kind of
well, in
stuff.
one verse in the Bible it says he have his house have 15 rooms, and the other verse it says he have 20 rooms. Which one of them is correct? Well, the guy is
Yeah, but
letting his.
you'll do something like that with Islam, something small
No,
like
no,
that. So I have
no,
to be
no.
fair.
You see, first of all, contradiction, it have to be about word of God. God, he said, God, he opposed himself. The Bible is a book of books. It's not just a book. And this book contain
And you don't
history.
believe that it's the direct revelation, like direct words. That's not what you
My friend,
guys believe.
it's very silly. It's very silly to believe that everything written in a book is God talking. Why? Because the book says Satan is talking too. As an example, when I ask you as a Muslim, and now you are not a Muslim anymore, thank God. When I ask you,
I never
who,
said yes or no.
you said that already. You agree that Muhammad is false. Okay, okay, no problem. Listen,
My
when
friend, you can't don't push this right now. This is not
okay,
the
no
time
problem.
for
No,
that.
okay,
I'm just saying you have good points.
jihad, jihad.
Please, this is
Okay,
not fair.
jihad.
It's not
If
fair to do that.
if I ask you, is the Quran is the word of God? What you will say?
What I will say is that there's some questions.
No. Let us say, okay, question. Forget about this. But according to Islam, the Quran is every word there is a word of God, correct?
In Islam, every
Yeah.
word in the Quran
No.
is from Allah.
Okay. But then we go in the Quran, we find that the ant is making Quran.
The ant,
Ant.
Namil.
Yeah. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the ants. Why? Because ants are talking and they are making Quran. So how Muslim they say every word in the Quran from Allah, and then we find the ant making Quran. Read with
Is
me.
that right?
Read with me, my friend. I know that it's funny. And when he arrived to the valley of the ants, which is Suleiman, one of the ants, she said, well, enter your habitation, otherwise Suleiman will crush you with his army. Well, this is the ant talking. So how the Muslim they say every word in the Quran is from Allah? Did the ant say that or Allah saying that? So Muslims in general, they are very silly in their understanding of what is the word of Allah mean. Because either you say everything there is Allah speaking, or you say the ant is talking, shaitan is talking, the chicken is talking, because this is what the Quran is saying. So, and the funny, Muhammad, he claimed that Allah told him that nobody can make Quran like the Quran. And then we find the ant making Quran. And then we find the hudhud making Quran. Here we go. And this is Suleiman making Quran.
At the end of the day, we all believe in the same God.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
But
No,
if you want to say the Bible has changed, fine. But also the possibility exists that the Quran has been changed too.
my friend.
But
First of
we
all,
have to come back. We have to come back to the common ground.
No, we don't have common
the
ground.
common ground.
We don't have any. We don't have any. See, Muhammad is a thief. He is stealing stories from other books, trying to make a book. Obviously, this is a stupid story. Muhammad, he stole from the Jews. There's a book you can download for free. It's an old book. It's called The Legion of the Jews. Go download it for free. It says the story. This is a Jewish story. They tell it to their kids. Legend. Suleiman, he was walking in the valley, and then he saw an ant, and he put it in his hand, and the ant, she spoke. This is a Jewish stupid story. Have nothing to do with Bible. Have nothing to do with God. The guy, he took it. He put it in his Quran. And then Suleiman, he have a flying carpet. And he can put 600,000 shares on it. And his army is all the way from here until Iraq, and it's the 3,000 mile long. And his army have a 3 brigade. One is genie, one is a human, one is a chicken or birds.
That's from the story, you mean?
It's in the Quran, chapter 27, verse 17.
Yeah, but all those
all those stories all those stories are the fictions of the Jews, legions of the Jews. Those stories, they tell them to their kids. So the dummy Muhammad, he took it, he put it in his book, claimed that Allah is the one who's telling him the story. And then this Suleiman, he have a flying carpet.
Is that true?
All the stories are kids. Can't you tell
like
this is a cartoon?
like those like what you find in are you telling me the truth that what's in the Quran is also in that book that you mentioned, Legions of the Jews?
You can search it yourself and you can read it, my friend. You can download it. It's called Legion of the Jews.
Okay, so I mean, this is
And you can download it for free. You know?
I got you.
And the Jews have the Jews have many legions, and Muhammad, he copied from them everything they say. Muhammad, he is an idiot. Whatever the Jews they say, he think that they are telling him the truth, and he fell into their trap. As an example,
were they lying to him?
Obviously, they were making fun of him. As an example, they asked Muhammad about Alexander the Great, Zulqarnain. Muhammad, he added to the Quran. He claimed Allah told me. When they came to him, he did not give them an answer. He told them, "Oh, give me some time to like Allah will tell me." And then Jibril came to him and he told him who is Zulqarnain. And then he found that the sun set in murky water, and he found the sun rise in place. And then he found the people of Gog and Magog. But the Jews are just making fun of him. They don't believe that Alexander the Great is a prophet. So they came to him, they said, this is why the Quran says, they are asking you about Zulqarnain. It was not voluntarily. It wasn't Muhammad volunteering to explain. It was a question. So they are asking you about Zulqarnain. Tell them, I will tell you something about him.
They ask you concerning Zulqarnain.
Exactly.
يسألونك عن Zulqarnain.
Exactly. So they are asking you, now we will give you the answer. So this is the question of who? Of the Jews. Making fun of him. They came to him. It's like, now you don't know anything about Christianity. Like once, I have a person who called me. He says, I am an ex-Christian. I said, okay. And I became a Muslim. I said, okay. And he said, I know, the Bible very well. I said, okay, as long as you know the Bible very well, can you tell me about anything from the book of Jophantos? From the book of Jophantos, the Bible of Jophantos?
What is that?
I don't know. I just made up the name. He agreed that there's a book, it's called the Book of Jophantos, and he knew it. I said, okay, tell me a verse.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of it too. I just, But anyway, I just made the name to show everybody that he's a fraud. He's lying. He's not an ex-Christian. Ex-Christian who said to me, there's no such a book. What this book is about, And here we go, Muhammad. They come to him. He claimed to be a prophet. He said to him, tell us about Zulqarnain, the prophet of Allah. Muhammad, prophet of Allah, Zulqarnain. Okay, well, okay, Allah will tell me. And later, okay, Muhammad, he got the answer from Allah. And now we get the story that this guy, this is a story written by a person from Syria. His name is Yaqub. It's a fiction story about Zulqarnain. Actually, he called him Zulqarnain, the man with the 2 horns, because the Roman, they wear the hat, So the man with the 2 horns who established for him in the earth. And then he kept going until he found where the sun set. This is in the story. He found the sun set in a spring of murky boiling water. And then the Muslims, they try to fix it. They say, oh, it appeared to Zulqarnain like when the sun set in the ocean. My friend, there's no ocean. It says a spring. Spring. The ocean is not a spring. So they try to fix it, they make it more blind. And it appeared to him, CP, that the sun, it's not Allah saying that, CP. The sun appear in the perspective of Zulkarnain, CP. But the verse is so clear. It says, until he reached the sitting place of the sun. He found it sitting. He found it. No. Found it mean he have his perspective. It says found it. Allah telling us what he found. Allah is lying too? If the find is lie or fake, why Allah saying to us the fake? And why he did not say this is wrong? He's telling us, he's not making a comment saying that this is false. So he found it sitting in a spring of murky water. Allah confirming the find. He is not saying this is wrong. He is not saying this is not true. He is not saying this is appearance. He is saying nothing about it except he found it. Then the Muslim tried to fix it. So all those stories are proving Muhammad to be a fraud. He copies stories and he put them in the book, claiming those are coming from God. Actually, chapter 18 and chapter 27 is the best chapters to prove Muhammad to be a fraud.
Chapter 18 and 27?
Chapter 18 and chapter 27 is the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I mean, I know you have some good points. It's just I just wanted to understand like who Jesus is really, about everything about him outside of what the Bible says. I wanted to get an understanding of that, so I'll keep looking into it.
Yeah, but my friend, the important is, you see, when you talk to Christians, we argue about if Jesus is God, right?
Yeah, they disagree between each other. No.
We Christian, we believe that Jesus. All of us, we believe Jesus is God. There is no Christian ever exists. They don't believe in Jesus as God. Never. Never so exists.
There was never a time where they just followed him like a prophet.
My friend, God is God is the first prophet, because all prophecies coming from God. God is the first teacher, because the first teacher is God. God is the first person to do miracle, because all miracles come from God. God is the first master for all. He is the master of the world. So all those, they belong to God. A prophet, he don't prophesy. Prophet, he don't prophesy. Prophet, he tell you prophecy of God. God tell the prophecy to the prophet. So the prophet is just a delivery person. So people, they have wrong understanding even for what the prophet is. A prophet is not. He is not the one is even talking. He is just delivering word of God. For I do not know the future. Neither you know the future. Neither the prophet knew the future. It is God who tell the prophet to tell us about something is going to happen, or a warning, or etc. So God is a prophet, because he's the only one who can prophesy. God is a master, for he's the master of the world. God is the teacher, for he's the one who teaches the whole world. God is everything we have. That's why we call him Almighty. So don't fool yourself with those words, because they don't change anything. So Jesus is a prophet, he's a master, he's a teacher, he's God. Because all those belong to God. This is why you see in your Quran.
So then I can't understand when. So if you want to say that, okay. So here's what I got under. So Jesus went back to heaven, and he's with God, or he is like. So it's just God sending his self down as a man, but then the body is gone, but it's just God, right?
Okay.
Is what you believe.
I will explain to you.
Or it's Jesus and God as two things together. That's what I can't understand.
We don't believe in 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, 5 things. Those are not, God is not things, you know. God is God.
Whatever.
No, it's not
2 entities, whatever it is.
Okay, so let's make it simple. I will give you an example, but it's not really about God. It's about a physical thing. Because some people, they are like Taliban, you know. They will say, oh, Christian Prince is making God like an idolist, like he make him physical, you know. But I will give it to you so you can understand better. When you look at the sun in the sky, what do you see? You see a star, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But do you feel the heat of the sun?
I mean, yeah, to a
Okay.
certain extent,
What
whatever
is certain?
we get.
A sun can burn you. What are your first?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We feel it. We feel it.
All
Yeah.
right. And do you see the light of the sun?
Yes.
Okay. But isn't it the sun? Light is the sun, and the light of the sun is the sun, and the heat of the sun is the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But the sun is there. The light is here. The heat is with me. How that can be? So if the sun can do that, and it is an object created by God, can God be the Father which is in heaven? The sun, which is the light of the Father, come to us, the Word of God, and the heat, which is the Holy Spirit, which is going to warm
Yeah,
our
it's
life
it's
by
I
belief.
did see somebody make a good point. If somebody says that God is all powerful, then why can't he do anything that he wants to do, including,
Well, here
whatever?
we go. We gave you a proof that the God who made the sun, if the sun can do that, which is created by his own, why he cannot be that? Why he cannot be there and here and with us in the same time? Why he cannot be exist with us in spirit, which means invisible? Why he cannot be with us visible? And why he cannot be in the other place in the same time? He can. So either we believe that God is almighty, and the second you can say he is almighty, it's meaning everything he can do, or then we should not accept him to be God. The God who cannot be what he is or he want to be, then he cannot be God. So when we question how God he can be this way, actually we are questioning that we are not believing in God, actually, because why you call him God then if he cannot be that? You know, that is even silly. It's stupid even to say such a thing, because the second I believe in the word God, I say there's God, and then I say, if I'm an atheist and then I say how that can be, then that make more sense because he's an atheist. He don't believe in God anyway. So it's a question how
Look,
is
at the end of the day, CP, I do know that there's a possibility of at least one person I know that watches you that could hear me on here. So that's the reason why I don't want to keep going right now. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna have to end it here for tonight. All right?
okay. Well, I believe from my heart that you are getting closer to accept Christ, and I'm happy for you.
Right. But I know that there's at least one person that could potentially hear me, so I just
All
need
right.
to stop. Okay?
Okay. All
Thank you.
right, my friend.
All
Take
right.
care. Take
All
care.
right. Bye.
And actually, our friend Jihad here is the proof that Jesus is God. This guy, he was so angry from me. Was, you know. But isn't it amazing? They oppose you. They get angry from you, but in their heart, they notice that this is what he is saying is true. It's in front of us. For how long we can deny it? If I don't believe in the Messiah, then I cannot believe that you called me today and you changed. I can't believe that. Because this person is always opposing me. He is so upset. He's so angry from me. The last time I hang up on him, I was really upset from him because, you know, he was very, you know, I don't know what he said. I forgot. But look what happened. The denial did not change. It looked like the denial was an appearance, but in his heart, he was listening. And that what make me again believe that the Messiah is the one who showed you the truth, not me.